Hello, thank you so much for joining me on the metaphysical journey. This is my thoughts for a Sunday. For this series of messages, I will always be pulling from a variety of different sources. I like to just pull randomly from things, pull them in and see what type of a message that I get. So there's no telling in the future for these what we're going to get, or where it's going to come from, but it won't be boring. I can promise you that. For this thoughts for a Sunday, I'm pulling from four different sources. I begin with a card from the Christ Consciousness deck, and this card is freedom. Just be you. Do you feel like you are you most of the time? Do you feel free to be you? Something to think about. I'm going to go to the next card. I'm going to pull all this together. So let's go to the next one. The next one is from Louise Hay's Power Thought cards. And this one says, "My home is a peaceful haven. I bless my home with love. I put love in every corner, and my home lovingly responds with warmth and comfort. I am at peace." That's beautiful. I then pulled a card from Crystal Message Cards by Valencia Chan. And this one is Red Jasper, Vitality. And it reads, "Red jasper, a stone as red as blood, stimulates life force energy and vitality. It helps strengthens one's chi, making it beneficial for people who are prone to tiredness or suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. Carrying red jasper encourages exercise and body movement, which leads to improved physical fitness and stress reduction. It can also invigorate the endorphins, or the happy chemicals, in the brain. The affirmation on this says, I care about my health and well-being, so I exercise on a regular basis." So those seem like three totally separate cards, right? Just be you. Your home is a peaceful haven. And then there's red jasper encouraging exercise and boosting your energy. What do they have to do with each other? I think a lot. I'm going to go back to the middle one. Your home is a peaceful haven. Is it really? Is your home that peaceful place that you want it to be? We've heard the saying that, your home is your castle, it's your fortress, it's where you go to recharge and regroup, it's where you feel safe. If you're an introvert, you spend more time there than you do anywhere else. The home is supposed to be your recharging station. When you go there, you should feel comfortable. You certainly should feel like you can just be you in your home. But sometimes it's not like that. And the message for today is to think about your home, that special place that you've spent a lot of money building up and getting everything just right. When you look at the space that you live in, does it provide a very peaceful energy? Or when you are in your home, do you look around and just see all the things that need to be done, cleaned, fixed, painted, you name it? You know what I'm talking about. Are you a person that possibly is kind of hoards a little bit and you have things stacked everywhere where it's just the overall energy is chaotic? And if you're in your home and when you're sitting there, if what you are seeing are all the things that need to be fixed and done, that's not peaceful energy. When I began working with my manifestation coach, Tanya Villar, one of the very first things she had me do was do an examination of my home environment. And she said, when you wake up, first thing in the morning, what do you see? And whatever that is, does it make you happy? Does it make you smile? Does it give you a warm, comfortable feeling? Because if it does not, you need to do some rearranging and make sure that you have something in front of you that is going to provide that. And that's just when you wake up. It goes from there into every different aspect. Does your home flow with you? Do you feel like your home reflects you? Are you you in your own home? Do you share the home with other people? Because if so, that definitely changes the dynamics. It also changes the energy that's there. So if you are in a home with other people, or you have a spouse, a partner, you have children, you just have a lot of people, there's a lot of energies at play there. Is it a peaceful place? Is it chaos? Do you dread being there and being around the people? If so, it's worth looking at that and having a meeting with them and saying, you know what, this is our home environment. We all have to share this space. We have to share this created energy that we all make together. And it needs to be something that's comfortable, because more than likely, if you had a sit down meeting with them and you ask them the question, when you are here, how does being here make you feel? And you'll probably start to hear some of the same things that what you feel when you're there. So if everyone can agree that something's just not right, it doesn't feel happy and peaceful, maybe it used to, it no longer does, that's a great conversation to have, because as a collective team, you can each make changes to change the energy of the environment there. Now, if you live by yourself, it makes it a lot easier because you can make all the changes you have to make. But your home environment is critical to your health, both physical and mental, and certainly emotional, and to your overall well-being. If you're not able to charge in your home, to recharge yourself, that means you're leaving your home each day half charged, or sometimes half cocked, which means you could fire at any moment because you just don't have that peace that you need in order to deal with the outside world. So definitely something to think about. I pulled a fourth card, and this is from Richard Webster's Archangel Oracle, and it's no longer in print, this deck, but it's a great deck. And Richard Webster, he's one of the Llewellyn authors and artists there. And so you can find his stuff. He does have a book that was just published, and I'm supposed to receive it on Monday. I pre-ordered it back in September, and it's called An Angel for Anything. Invoke angelic allies to elevate your life. He's done a lot of work with angels and written about them, and this deck is kind of a result of that, and I hope he'll have a new one soon. But the angel that came out was Habiel. Habiel. And you'll see it on the screen there. I want to read what this is about, because this one I'm not familiar with. There's I know like the basic four, right? I know Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, Metatron. So that's about my extent. I didn't really grow up in church learning about angels. We weren't to talk to them, pray to them, nothing. That was completely off the chart. So it's something that's new to me. It's just when I started my metaphysical path that I started to learn more about them. Although my mother named me after Archangel Michael. She always told me that, but we never really talked about Michael beyond that. So anyway, a lot of catching up to do. On Habiel, it's about loyalty. It says Habiel lives in the first heaven and looks after Monday, the day of the moon. And so her day is Monday, and this Monday we have that solar eclipse. So that's interesting how she pops up here. Habiel's task is to help people find the necessary trust and openness to commit to each other. Consequently, she is sometimes referred to as an angel of love. Habiel's role also extends to loyalty and commitment in every area of life. Habiel wears a white robe and has a red heart pendant around her neck. She has long dark hair and is sitting on a park bench at dusk as a young couple walk past hand in hand. And that's what you see on the card there in front of you. The moon, the ruler of Monday, is visible in the sky. So the challenge on this says you have drawn this card as you are finding it hard to handle your emotions and feelings. There may be a fear of change or commitment. You need courage to open yourself up to others and express the inner you. It can sometimes be hard to be loyal too. Your loyalty could be tested in the coming weeks. So this card, it's sometimes hard to express the inner you. And we had the card freedom, just be you. If you don't feel free expressing who you are, you really can't be yourself. And then this is an angel about commitment. And if your home is not a peaceful haven because possibly there are challenges with the people that you live with, it's important that you be able to have those conversations with them. So the message today is that it's really time to evaluate your home life. what is it like, the place where you live? What's the relationships with the other people like in that space? Does the energy of that space affect the relationships themselves? And that's something very powerful. The other thing I want to throw in here, I don't know why I'm thinking though, this is coming to me, but I want to mention this, is that if you are a person that loves going to yard sales, flea markets, antique stores, and buying different things, consider that everything you bring home has an energy to it. And if suddenly your home feels off and something's different, it could be what you brought home. I know I can tell you that I love going to metaphysical fairs and I buy a lot of crystals. And there have been times in the past where I would come home and just things were weird. And it just, the energy was off. I don't know. And I've purchased other things too in metaphysical fairs and brought them home and didn't think anything about them. And I'd be talking to someone saying, "Well, that's really going on, weird stuff happening." And they're like, "Well, have you bought anything recently?" I'm like, "Well, I was at a metaphysical fair." And I would think back and it's like, maybe it's that. So I would do a kind of a cleansing with smudge stick and everything and kind of clear that and the energy would go away. So what we bring into our home also has energy and that impacts the overall space. So look at the organization of the home. Make sure that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see is something that makes you happy and place those things throughout your house. So the places where you look the most in your home, have things that reflect happiness for you, good feelings, good energy. So you can manipulate the energy of your space by doing that. If you've ever looked into feng shui, that's exactly what that's about. There is a whole science behind this because it does work. We are energetic beings and we interact with, and everything is energy. Everything is made of energy. So, as energetic beings, we interact with everything around us all the time and we're not even aware of it. So, you can manipulate and very strategically put things in your home to create the energy that you want. And that'll help you to recharge yourself. And as well, the relationships and the other people in the home and their energy, you can all work together to create a more harmonious type of environment for everyone. And that's really important because if you want to be your best self and you want to be as loving and kind as possible as you walk on your path, you want to set yourself up for success and really focus on that energy. If you are in a place that's so negative all the time, how can you be your best? It really would make it hard. Anyway, those are my thoughts for a Sunday. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you.